Have you ever found yourself stuck trying to write a complex SQL query only to hit a wall with syntax errors? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? If that sounds like you, stick around because today we're diving into a common SQL challenge: filtering by rank in the having clause without using subqueries. I totally get it. SQL can be tricky, especially when you're trying to optimize your queries. Many users face similar issues when working with windowed functions and having clauses. You're definitely not alone in this. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, is there an alternative syntax to avoid using subqueries when filtering by rank in the having clause? They shared their frustration with the syntax error that arises when trying to use rank directly in having. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's the issue here? The problem arises because windowed functions like rank can only be used in the select or order by clauses. This limitation can be a real headache when you're trying to streamline your SQL code. And don't go anywhere. I have a great workaround to share at the end that will help you keep your SQL queries clean and efficient. To address the user's question, we can utilize a common table expression, or CTE, to simplify our query. First, the user should define the CTE to select the necessary columns from the dataset. Next, the user can select from the CTE and apply the rank function directly in the select clause. This allows us to rank the quantities without needing a subquery. Now, the user should filter the results using the having clause. However, since windowed functions cannot be used directly in having, we will use a workaround by filtering in the where clause instead. Finally, the user can combine these steps into a single query. This approach avoids the need for a subquery while still achieving the desired results. Fun fact, SQL was developed in the early 1970s, and it has evolved significantly since then. But some quirks like this one still trip us up today. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. Here's the workaround. Instead of using rank in the having clause, you can use a common table expression, or CTE, to first calculate the ranks and then filter them in the outer query. This keeps your query clean and avoids the syntax error. And there you have it. By using a CTE, you can avoid the syntax error and keep your SQL queries efficient. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more SQL tips and tricks. Remember, mastering SQL takes practice, but you're on the right path. An alternative approach suggested by another user focuses on performance. They argue that using a subquery is more efficient than the top one with ties method, despite the latter being more elegant. They emphasize that while the top one with ties syntax is appealing, the subquery method yields better performance based on execution plan analysis.